Hello, this is John with Anthem Business Solutions, and today we're going to go over a feature called Payout Apportions. This is in the admin portal, which is hrpos.heartland.us, and your menu up here at the top left, and then Location Setup, and then Payout Apportions. And what this is, it's a feature that allows you to hold back a certain percentage of tips that are processed through credit cards. Well, not just credit cards. You can do surcharges, gift cards, house accounts, service charges. Those are all your options there. So as far as I know, the idea behind this was if you're the merchant and someone is paying with a credit card, say the bill is $20 and they pay with a credit card, you're having to pay a certain percentage for that processing. Now, if they go back and add a tip, say they leave a $5 tip, now you're also having to pay a percentage on that $5 tip. Now, should that be the merchant's responsibility to pay that, or should it be the server or cashier, whoever's receiving that tip? So once you determine who's responsible for that, you can go in here. You can leave it at 100% if you want, or you can modify it. So the default's 100%. And it goes to server cash, which is where they pay it out basically at the end of the shift. Then you also have the option to do payroll. By the way, this is how you go in here. Sometimes I get establishments that want to not do tip payouts at the end of the day or the end of the shift. They want to hold it till payroll. This is where you would do that. And then here's where you'd put for the merchant. So let's say, for example, we were doing this credit card one, and you wanted to hold back 5%. You do 95% here, do 5% here. Or if you want to do payroll, you would put 0 there and put 95 here for payroll. It would show up there. I'm going to back those out and just leave it at the default. And of course, you can do that for surcharges. If you have surcharges set up, you can do it for gift cards. Do it for house accounts, and you can do it for service charges. And once you're done making the changes, don't forget to hit save and then hit the publish button. Now let me show you kind of what that might look like on a report. All right, so here on this report, I just went to reports and then I went to tips and payouts, and this particular merchant has just 2 generic users that they sign in with for a counter and drive-through. But here you can see the breakdown where it puts it into server cash. So this would be the first field on the payout apportions, or you can do payroll, which is the second field, and the merchant, which was the third field. So it'll break it out here on the check or on the report. But that's all there is to it. I hope this video was helpful. That's all I got for this one. Thanks for watching. Want to stay up to date on the latest tips and tricks? Don't forget to click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon.